Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel Ed Customs. I'm Ed. Thank you to everybody that watches my video and subscribes. So, we're still working on the drift car. Still running out of time. The time passes quickly. We got the main hoop together. It's all tacked up, placed where it goes in the car. I just got it held in the car with no more tape. I got some magnets on it now. We are going to move on to our side hoops. The side hoops running along the roof, and you can either go down the A-pillar to the floor, either through the dash or in front of the dash. Those hoops can't equal more than 90 degrees worth of bends. Two bends, only two bends allowed. You can do what they call a front hoop configuration. Front hoop connected to the floor on both sides of the driver compartment and following the line of the front pillars in one continuous piece may be used. I don't like that one. You can use the halo style, which is the roof line across the windshield and back to the main hoop again. I'm gonna use side hoops. We're gonna go down the roof, down the A-pillar, through the dash, to the floor, to a rocker box, and a tube across the windshield in between them, as per our rule. Let's get into it. We got some tube to bend. It also says that for a side hoop configuration, one knee bar is recommended in a horizontal plane between forward cage braces in the dash area for all configurations. So the bars that run down to your floor in front, they're saying it's recommended, not a rule, recommended, to run a bar from one side to the other behind your dash. I don't know if I'm going to tackle that. We'll see how this goes. We'll do the recommended stuff if we have tube left over. We'll try and make no more mistakes. Oh, here we go. It's time to bend some more tube. I like the tube bending part, not so much the notching part. And so we're coming off this bend on the main hoop. We're gonna keep it as tight as we can to the roof. I'm trying to make myself plenty of room to get thrown around in here without knocking the helmet on any tube or anything. It's part of the reason why I took the sunroof out. It's got the big sunroof cartridge and stuff. It seems in the way. Gonna definitely need a removable wheel by the time we get the door bars in and stuff. This car's, it's not gonna be the easiest to jump in and out of. We got our cheater bend again. Like before, we're gonna come from our main hoop and we're just gonna run our cheater. We're just looking for the start of our bend again, which this is the start of our bend. And we're just gonna mark it on the car. I need my blue tape. Apparently I took out of the car. Stand by for blue tape. Okay, blue tape. Cheater pipe. I want this as close as I can get it to the A-pillar. I want it to follow the A-pillar nice and tight. The back of it we can run a little wild so we can have room to sneak it into the main hoop. We're gonna try and get it nice and tight. You just gotta visualize this pipe continuing back there too. It's gonna be coming from right here, straight along here, towards the windshield. I think we'll start our first bend right there. We need to find the angle. I got a new one. It doesn't bounce around like crazy like the other one. It's much nicer. About 38 degrees. We're gonna draw this one on our rule book too. That's what the side hoop's gonna look like. This first bend's gonna be 38 degrees and then 90 minus 38. That'll make this bend 52 degrees, and that'll run behind the dash to the floor. Remember, these bends, as per the rules, if side hoops are used, they are to be connected together by a single horizontal tube across the top of the windshield. Side hoop configuration. Side hoop connect directly from the floor of the driver compartment and continue in one piece to connect to the main hoop. If side hoops are used, they are to be connected together by a single horizontal tube across the top of the windshield with a maximum of 4 bends totaling 90 degrees, plus or minus 10 degrees. These can have 4 bends in them. I was going to do it with 2. I don't see why you'd need or maybe to get around the dash if you're not going to go through the dash. We're going to do 2 bends, 90 degrees. Make it easy. Yeah. 1 bend, 2 bend. We need a length. That's what we need. We need a tape measure. What the hell? Oh, this car's going to be fun to get in with door bars. Why does it say 35 now? I'm getting a more constant reading at 35 degrees. We're going to start with 35 and go from there. So 35 and 55. Yeah, we'll try 78. There's still going to be a rocker box up there, so it'll be plenty long enough. I left this long enough, the rocker boxes, so I didn't have to try and hold the main hoop up all the time while I'm building the rest of the cage. Once these side hoops are built, we'll get those the way we like them, mark where they're going to go height-wise, build rocker boxes for those, pull out the main hoop, weld the main hoop, build rocker boxes. Yep. Set it on top of rocker boxes, everything, after the side hoops are welded to this while it's all sitting low off of the rocker boxes. We'll weld everything that's going to be up against the roof. The only thing we're not going to be able to get, the rear supports are going to go from the main hoop backwards. There's enough room, you should be able to weld it. I don't know the trick to getting those ones. Maybe. I don't know yet. We'll work on it. Right now, let's just build the things. Here we go, everybody. We got our side hoop. Our first bend's gonna be 35 degrees, and it's gonna be, I forgot. It's gonna be 23 inches from the end of the pipe. The tube. I don't know why I switched back. Tube, pipe, tube, pipe, tube, pipe. It's fucking tube, Ed. Tube. It's your tube. We got our tube all polished. Gonna get it marked out, we'll load it in the bender, and we'll give it a 35 degree bend. So, remember that mark in our cheater pipe is the back of this die. That's where we're starting from. Need to find our mark, get her tight to the back of the die. Need to make an indicator for this. So now that we got the slop out of the bender, it starts at 17 degrees. We need a 35 degree bend, so we'll run her up to 52 degrees. Yeah, back of the dies at 20. Okay, here we go. It says I'm 51, I'm gonna go a little more. Not gonna be able to really test fit it until we bend the other side. 52, so it'll sit. That might have been a little much. A little more than I wanted. Well, we're just gonna keep going. We gotta figure out where to start that next bend. Tape measure. Those bends are 24 1/4 apart. Let me take you somewhere you can see. You're so far away. Come on in. So, you see, here's our first bend at 35. God damn it, you can't see my face. That's why I put you so far away. Why? You can't miss that thing. Man. So, our first bend at 35 degrees. This is where it would be important to know the cost of material in this bend, because then you would know how much to add to this measurement when this tube was straight to mark for your next bend. I'm not very good at figuring that out, but the cost of material in a little 35 degree bend is minimum. Like the tube will grow as you stretch it around the bend, so your measurements will get further apart. So our next measurement was 23 1/4 away. So we're just going to measure from that line, and we'll tuck it up into our bend. And give ourselves a mark at 23 1/4. We need to mark what side we want our bend on, and then we need to put the 55 degree bend in it. Let's bend her. Bender, bender. I need like the Futurama guy. Clamped in here where we want it, and then we gotta zero out our bender again and zero out our tube. Die's at 0, our leg's at 0, 0. We're looking for 72 degrees. Here, come take a look. Let me see if I can get you in there. Now you can see the spring back that I'm talking about. So we're looking for 72 degrees on this side. That's 72. And when I release the pressure, it comes all the way back to 67. So we'll go to 74. Release the pressure. I gave us about 69 degrees. We'll take it to 76. I gave us 71. Let's just go for it. Yeah, 72. Okay. It's working out pretty well so far. I don't think I've cost myself, well, I've cost myself material, but I haven't wasted any yet. This is our finished piece. We got our degrees written on there so we don't forget them, because we got to make another. So it's gonna sit inside the car like so. As you can see, we're a little bit long. I think I'm gonna cut some of that off right now because I can't even get it into the car, I don't think. We'll try. I think I bent this top bend too much. I don't know if it's gonna work. Ouch. It's too much. I don't like it. Okay, I won't start over yet. I'll trim some off the bottom. I'll take 2 inches off. Oh, it's been easier to put in the car. I mean, I don't know, it's not too horrible. I think we need to start this bend a little further back. We'll put a little more work into it and see if we can make it work. I only got so many more sticks. We got 3 more. Well guys, we're going. I didn't like the other one. Well, I mean, I liked it. It's a pretty piece of tube. Not gonna fit in the car. And also, I'm gonna knock this bend down to 32 degrees. That's 49. Let's check it. Let's move you out somewhere safer. Let's go see what it looks like against the car again. That is a much better angle. Also, I think we need to put a compound bend in it. See how we built all this? Both of these bends are on the same plane this way, you know, so it's perfectly flat. So I think we need to kick one of these tubes off to the side so I can keep it tighter to the A-pillar because it's at an angle. The roof's narrower than the rest of the car. So I need to make this tube. Yeah, I need to make the front leg over there. I need to figure out how to do that. Let me ponder on it for a little bit. I'll get back to you. I'm gonna try and explain a compound bend the best I can. So as you can see, this is downhill from the die. The die is sitting at 0, believe it or not. And this is sitting at about 6 degrees. So you can see if we bent our other leg, these tubes would be offset from each other. So this one would be over here and this one's going to be over here when we're in the car. It's going to be moved over a couple inches. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see what I'm trying to explain. But you can see if we tilt it back up the other way to 5 degrees, our leg would be on the inside of this tube. It would be set down over here. Best I can explain it. Now the only thing I need to figure out though is how many degrees to offset bend this to keep it tied up against the A-pillar in the BMW, that thing. Because the roof, again, is narrower than the floorboard, so I need to jog one end of the pipe over. I just don't know how much yet. I might just wing it. $7 a foot. 5 degrees seems like a lot. I think that'll offset it like 1.5 inches. Woo! Well, think about it some more. Okie-dokie. Here's what I've come up with to kick it at 15 degrees to get the offset I want. And so what we're doing is we're trying to get the beginning of the pipe to start here and the end of the pipe to start over on this side. Okay, so our start point, our end location, with our bends going this way and this way, we want the bottom to land roughly 6 inches over from where it starts up top. The floor width is 6 inches wider, so we need to move the bottom leg of the tube 6 inches over. Everything I can eyeball says 15 degrees. And I was sitting here trying to figure out a way to measure the offset. This is what I came up with. I just ran my level from the end of the tube. I'm sure there's a better way to do this. I just got me in Google. Where it's set right now is gonna move it over 6 1/4 inches, and that's 15 degrees. And I think we're gonna go for it. And remember when I said don't make too many changes at once? You might get to see why. Oh, we lessened this angle to 32, and we got a 15-degree kick in it. We'll have to put the other one in 15 degrees the other way. Yeah, we're gonna go for a bend. 90 minus 32, 58 plus 17 where the bender starts, 75 degrees. Woohoo! I'm scared. I really don't want to bend it. I don't want to run out the tube. I'll keep trying until I get it right, trust me. Won't quite make 75 in one stroke. It's got a pretty long stroke, just not quite long enough. At 74, maybe we should look at 74. $75. And see what I mean by the offset? Well, sure as shit, I was right. I changed too many things. The top of the tube's kicked too far over. So this one's not gonna work either. So I'm gonna slam out another one, and we're just gonna leave it all on the same plane. We're not gonna try and get fancy again. Well, got another tube cleaned up. I guess the third time's the charm. There's a few bucks worth of material sitting over there. Whew. Anyway, I mean, it is what it is. This is what happens when you're learning things. We won't get tricky on this one. We'll just get the cage to spec. We'll stick with that. So we need to put another 32-degree bend in here. So let's recap. There's a bunch of wasted tube around here now. So the compound angle one that didn't work, the second one I bent, it wouldn't work because I bent the compound the wrong way. So it looks pretty good on the passenger side. I think it's worth coping out and making it fit to the main hoop and stuff. We'll go look at it in a second. But I went ahead and whipped out another one with them on the same plane, and so yeah, regardless, I still have two side hoops that don't work. There's about 7 feet of pipe, so 14, almost 14 feet of wasted pipe. Hopefully I can use the chunks in between for gussets or whatever. I mean, I guess it's not a complete waste. Anyway, I'll stop rambling. That's a bummer. Let's go look. Well, so here's what's going to be our passenger side hoop now. This is the one with the compound angle. I don't know if you can see, but it fits pretty well. I'll be able to get it a lot closer to the A-pillar once I notch the back of it. It'll sit more over here. And that'll be nice. That'll be it. Regardless, I still have 2 wasted door hoops, but we'll just get over that. I'm gonna make some marks on this, notch it, and then fit it and say some blah 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 into the thingy on the tripod, and then go to sleep. I guess I'll do the other one. I don't know if I'm gonna, I might do the other one tonight. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. I need my tape. I didn't know I'd ever use blue tape for fab work. Well, it turned out not so bad. Now that I got the correct tube, bent the correct way, installed in the correct side. Yeah. So, I think I'm pretty pumped on that now that it actually works. So I think I'll bend this other one and notch it out before I go to bed. And then, yeah, then I'm done. I'm gonna need a break. It's late. I don't even know what time it is. Oh, it's not that late. It's not even the next day. But yeah, well, let's continue on. I'm gonna build another one of those with the compound bend again, with the compound bent in the correct direction. So, stay with us. Okay, let's crank this out. I should have slowed down a little bit after I made the compound one and checked it out and thought about it a little more. I got a little carried away. I just want to get the car done. But luckily, we pulled a recovery. It works perfectly well on the passenger side. We still bent 2 useless ones. So let's bend this one and hopefully it's not useless. We learned a lot tonight, or at least I did. We want this thing to fit nice. 49 and 75 again. I'm gonna make a pointer for that. So we need to point that leg down this time. 15 degrees if I remember correctly. I'm gonna put the level on it again and check it the way I built it the first time. Just so I can make sure it was 15 degrees. We've made plenty of mistakes tonight. What's one more mistake? It totally looks like it's not gonna work. But that's what the other one is. So, this is my last piece of tube that I can really do anything with anyway, so I guess I just bend it to 75. I just got scared because I didn't mark what side of the line my bend should be on. It's right, but still, my heart skipped a beat. 74. I think that's what I did last time, degree shy. I don't even want to take it over there. It looks wrong again. It's not, it fits. It looks crazy. Wow. Wow. Well, let's bring it on over. You can see what I did. It's still looking pretty good. Keep in mind that this sits on rocker boxes, so all of it comes up about an inch. Everything raises up about an inch. So this tube will be a little higher. It'll be a little closer to the A-pillar on everywhere. So, yeah, but all in all, it's looking really nice. So yeah, I'll build a box that sits here and tie it into the rocker and set the roll cage up on top of that. The idea being so I can cut these legs even shorter and drop the whole cage in the car and do the finish welding on these. And I need to figure out how to tie in the rear supports at the same time doing that. I don't know yet. I'll think about it. This was enough tonight. At least, man, I'm glad we recovered on that. But we did waste some tube over there. That's 14 feet. Hopefully we can use them for something else. We still got to build door bars. And we got to have a brace that goes from this bar to that bar across the top of the windshield. That's also something that needs to be welded in before this cage gets welded to the floor. So, anyway, subscribe. There's more coming. I think we'll call this part 3. Those side hoops, they kicked my ass. It's late. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. We need to get this thing out on the road. We should have some big Duck Club fenders coming soon for this thing. Anyway, we'll see you later.